Welcome back to the channel. Today we're making stew peas, a favorite Jamaican recipe. But before we go into the traditional Jamaican recipe, let's talk about a delicious stew peas recipe that you can add to your weekly dinner rotation. So it contains most of the ingredients that you use when you're making the traditional Jamaican stew peas recipe. So here I have my red kidney beans. I soaked it overnight with my crushed garlic, some thyme, and the scallion. I also have chopped onion. I have coconut milk. I have some flour, chopped ginger, some pimento beans, and a scotch bonnet pepper. So these are the ingredients that I use to make my regular weekly stew peas whenever I'm making it. However, today I'm making Jamaican stew peas because I was able to get some pigtail to make my Jamaican stew peas. So Jamaican stew peas always have to have some type of meat. Pigtail is the most favored, but you can also use salt beef, regular stewing beef, smoked turkey neck, ham hock, any type of stewing meat you can get. If you want to make the Jamaican recipe, you can add any one of those meats. So my pigtail, I soaked it overnight and then I boiled it to get rid of any additional salt. So now I'm gonna start with the process of making my Jamaican stew peas. So today I'm gonna be using my pressure cooker. So I added my kidney bean with that same water that it was soaking in. Maybe it's gonna need a little bit more water. I'm gonna add my pigtail. So you see, it's the same recipe. The only thing is that we're adding the pigtail, and we follow the same recipe. I'm also going to add these are my seasoning that I used to soak the beans. I'm adding those. I'm also adding the onions that I had, and I had some ginger which I'm gonna be adding. I'm also adding my pimento, and I'm adding my coconut milk. I'm not gonna add all my coconut milk because I don't want my stew peas to be white. Stew peas supposed to have a certain color, so I'm just adding a half of it. If I need to add the rest of it, it can be added at any time. So I have everything in. I'm gonna add a little water. A little more water. And I'm gonna leave that to cook under pressure for about 10 minutes. So now the pressure has been released from the pressure cooker. So I'm going to check to see if I need more time. Okay, and this looks real good. Okay, so we'll continue with the process. So once the pressure is released from the pressure cooker, I usually change the pot, and what I normally do, I normally check to see if the meat is cooked, because sometimes the meat is cooked and the peas need to cook a little bit longer. So what I would do, I would just take out the meat and set it aside and give the peas a few more minutes under pressure. But everything was perfectly fine so I don't have to put it under any more pressure. So I'm gonna allow this to simmer for a while, and while everything was being pressured, everything was cooking in the pressure cooker, I make my dough to put my little spinners in the mix. So whenever I'm making my regular stew peas, I never normally put the meat, and also I never normally put the flour. So, but remember, we are making Jamaican stew peas today. What I normally put, I usually put some vegetables, some carrots. I normally add some carrots, but we are making Jamaican stew peas today, so we added all that we need to add. So let that simmer for a while, and then we can start put in the spinners. So this is where you would add some salt and some seasoning. I'm not adding salt, but I'm gonna add some all-purpose seasoning. And also I did not add any more of the coconut milk because I think I like this color that it has. I don't like when it's too white. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put in my spinners. So this is the dough. What we do, we just pinch off little pieces and we roll it and drop it in the pot. That is why it's good to finish putting your seasoning and everything that you need to put in before you start putting in the spinners. Okay, so all the spinners are in. I'm gonna allow it to simmer, and at this point I'm gonna just stick my scotch bonnet pepper in the middle right there. Okay, so we're gonna leave it to simmer, to cook down. We don't want it too runny, but we still don't want it too thick. Okay, traditional Jamaican stew peas is ready. It's not runny, very good texture. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up. Remember to like by giving it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And remember, your regular stew peas recipe, you just leave out 1 or 2 ingredients, and that is the meat and the dumplings. Jamaican stew peas is usually served with rice. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.